You know, Brennan, a wise man once said,
Soda!
and another wise man once said, welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is LeBron James.
And let's have a chit chat. All right. There we go. Welcome, everybody.
Think about it. Technically, my intro still has correlation to today's topic.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, it does. I just put the pieces together. Yep. They're very clever. Yes. All right. I like it. I like it when you have the themed intros, like when whatever name you decide to say, there's a theme to it. You know.
I try.
So yeah, I appreciate the effort you put into that. We are going to be ranking sodas today, doing a little soda tier list. And we got this is gonna be kind of like a classic chit chats because it's just us today. We're gonna be ranking it. We're gonna be talking about what our thoughts on different sodas. And we're gonna see which ones rank the best of the best. Brennen, what like are you a frequent soda drinker?
Probably shouldn't be.
Well, no. You know, you only live once, so it's like, you know, as the greats once said, right?
It's the greats.
As the greats, like
YOLO.
they said, soda. You know, I don't know. Like, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get it right out of the way. Like, soda obviously isn't the best for you. I know, we all know that. But, you know, it's like a treat, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, people drink alcoholic beverages, and it's like, yeah, technically that's not the best for you, but people do it anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, it's like a little treat. It's like a little thing that you have here and there, even though it could you know, soda's like really bad for you, but, you know, you know, like, no, you know,
yeah.
they're, you know, we like to have fun. We like to have fun. Okay, we're young. We're healthy people overall. We can have a little treat here, and I don't need to give a freaking disclaimer. We're just gonna get into it. Okay, I don't need we're gonna be ranking soda. Okay, so if you're so against soda that you don't want you're like, oh, soda's so bad, then don't watch the video. Okay, but actually, please watch the video. Please, I'm begging you. Please watch it. Please watch it. No. Okay, so. Yeah, no, I actually have been trying to drink soda less recently, but I still have thoughts on soda, and, you know, it's just like, I think we got to put it out there. I want to put it out there. I'm tired of keeping my soda opinions to myself, damn it. Okay. So,
Damn it.
yeah, so we're ending that silence once and for all today, okay? So let's do this. Brennen, I have a collection of 25 sodas here. We're just gonna. I think they're in alphabetical order. We're just gonna start from the top. 7-Up. 7-Up. So
I was like alphabetical order, and then I realized because it's a number.
technically numbers. Yeah, technically numbers are first, which, you know, you could argue makes sense. You could argue doesn't make sense. I don't know.
7-Up.
You know, 7-Up. You know, Brennen, like, I'm just gonna say it. You know, this one obviously is comparable. There, you know, there's like three that are kind of like in the same vein, or I guess technically 4 now. But, like, you know, in my head, there's 3 here or 4 that are kind of like in the same ballpark, right? And that's 7-Up, Sierra Mist, and Sprite, and I guess technically Starry too. Now.
Yeah.
And so 7-Up. I think I'll just say my opinion, and I'll see how you respond. I think 7-Up is the mid range between the other two. I'm not going to say what I think the other two are, or like what order, but I'm going to say, yeah, I think 7-Up is right in the middle for me. So what do you think?
Nope, I agree.
Okay. Like,
It's a good soda, but it's pretty middle. You know,
I might even say it's mid. I might even say that. No. I know I said the buzzword. No. 7-Up. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's just like, you know, if it's not going to be my first choice necessarily, but
No.
I will happily
If it's
drink
there,
it.
I'm totally gonna drink it.
Totally.
A choice.
Totally. Totally. Okay, I'm glad we can agree on that. So I'm gonna put it in C. I think that's kind of when you have a middle opinion.
It would definitely be like a high C.
Yeah.
Like a
well,
high.
I mean, C is average. You know what I mean? C is not bad.
Yeah.
C is just average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just right in the middle. Maybe even between C and B. But right now we're gonna have it in C, and we can move them around.
Right now we're gonna keep it in C.
Yes, we will. Okay, next we have A&W root beer. So I will say overall, root beer is super good to me. In general, like
I fucking love root beer.
as just a drink, I love root beer. It might even be up there with one of my favorite like sweet drinks, just because it's just good. I don't know, like. I think a lot of people have said like it's too sweet. Like that's an opinion I've heard about root beer quite a bit. I have a really big sweet tooth, so for me that doesn't. I like it. I don't mind it. So yeah, I dig root beer. And what's up
for A&W root beer?
Yes,
I love A&W root beer a lot, but it is probably my least favorite out of the three that are on.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But due to the way it is and like the kind of aftertaste A&W has, it will always be the superior root beer for making floats.
Yes, I would agree with
because
that.
this has got very sweet vanilla kind of flavor.
It does. It does have like a creamy flavor, like more so, I think.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. You know what? I was originally going to rank A&W root beer like towards the top because I think growing up I drank it a lot. Me and my family, we would go to A&W. We would like when we would take trips to the coast and we would go to the A&W fast food restaurant.
I still stop by A&W on the way to the coast because it's that's where you go to get a good ass fucking root beer float.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do think I have like nostalgia attached to that, so I think maybe my opinion's a little biased. But honestly, I think thinking about it now that I'm like a little older, I'm a little less like, like I don't have as much of an attachment to that place. I still like it, but I don't have as much of an attachment to it. I'd say it's probably in the middle for me. Like it's not the bottom, but it's like I think it's the middle. I think I would rank it. I think I'd rank it probably B or A personally.
I would say very high B.
Okay. We'll do high B. We'll just put it in B since there's nothing else in B. Well, next we have another brand of root beer. We have Barks.
This is my favorite root beer.
This is your favorite root beer. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, I think Barks is the one. I think I've had this the least out of the three, and I think because of that, I think this is probably my least favorite. But that's not to say it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I mean, like it's root beer.
The reason I love it is because it satisfies my root beer craze, but it also has caffeine in it.
Ah, okay.
Like right. Their whole tagline is "Barks has bite" because it has caffeine.
Right. I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I actually didn't.
Flavor wise, it's just like it's amazing. I like any root beer, honestly, that I've ever had has been good.
Yeah.
But I just love Barks because it's got a little bit of a spice afterwards, and it's got like that bite because of the caffeine and shit like that.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, I will say, like like when Barks is an option, I will pick it like fairly commonly. Like it's I think it's good. It's root beer. It's good. I didn't know off the top of my head that it had caffeine, but that kind of makes sense. Like
yeah. That's where their tagline comes from of Barks has bite.
Yeah.
And also that's why most root beers are actually partially known for having caffeine. So that's why any place that has mug on like their soda dispenser, they have in big letters no caffeine underneath it.
Right.
Because
okay. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean I'd probably still rank it in B. Like I just haven't had it as much. So
for me it's an A tier soda.
Okay.
But if we need to meet in the middle, then I I would be okay with like a high B
You
above
know
A and
what?
W anyway.
You know what? We'll put it in A. We'll put it in A because we don't have anything in A right now.
Yeah.
And we could potentially move it down. You know, like if we're feeling it. But right now, I'm cool putting it in an A. You know what I mean? I'm sure if I had it, I'm sure I would be like, oh yeah, this is good. You know, so. All right, next one is a little bit, maybe like a little bit of a wild card. We have Canada Dry ginger ale. Now I typically associate this with like the like soda in general, just because like I do, I mean like I think ginger ale is like it's a fizzy sweet drink, like it's very soda-y, but like
Yeah.
I do think like it's on its sort of a different plane of existence from the other ones in a way, you know what I mean?
No, it kind of is. I always think of like whenever I want ginger ale, is usually when I'm having like tummy problems or I need to
Yes.
burp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's typically when
like
I drink it.
if you need to burp, dude, drink some fucking Canada Dry ginger ale,
Yeah.
and you will goddamn burp.
Yeah, and that is a good point. Like I do typically only really drink it when I am sick in any way. Like my mom will usually, like if I'm sick at home, my mom would like pick me up like a thing of ginger ale or like a 2 liter, and I would like sip that throughout the day to kind of like ease my stomach or anything. And and it's good in those moments. Like I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it's a nice like sweet like sort of stimulation. Kind of gives you a little bit of a better feeling. But I can't say that I would drink it over other sodas when I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? When I'm feeling healthy. Right.
No, totally. There has been a couple times where every now and then, even when I'm not feeling sick, I'd be like, damn, some ginger ale sounds kind of good right now.
Yeah.
But like if
sure.
there was some other things there, like let's say for instance root beer or something like that, I would take that over
Yeah.
ginger ale.
Yeah, and I do think one thing about ginger ale is it does have a little bit more of like a bitterness to it,
Yeah.
And I respond to the sweet. I respond to the sweet stuff more, so I think that that kind of jades my opinion a little bit, but I mean like it's my opinion, but yeah, I mean I'd probably put it in C still though. I would rank it C.
Same level as 7-Up. Yeah, I would agree with
I think
C.
I'd rank it below 7-Up though. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I would too.
yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd rank it below 7-Up. Still, not anything terrible. All right.
Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Another one that I would totally drink, but
For sure.
just on the edge there.
Yes. Okay, next up we got Cherry Coke. Well, you know what? Let's do the Cokes in order. Let's do them in like order of, like we're gonna do Coke, and then we're gonna do Diet Coke, and then we're gonna do Coke Zero. Well, no, we'll do
Cherry Coke,
and then Cherry Coke, and then we'll do the Mexican Coke here. Yeah, all right, we'll do that. All right, so regular classic Coke. I think this is one of my favorite sodas. Overall.
It's a fucking staple, dude. It's
a staple.
Like
it's the soda. Coke is the soda.
That and another one on the list that we'll get to literally run the soda industry, beverage industry.
True. Yeah.
Almost every beverage that you're gonna buy is either gonna say owned by Coca-Cola Co. or another one that we'll get to on this list, which I'm sure people know about, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, right, yeah, and I mean, like, I think personally, I do think of this one more when I think of like soda in general. Obviously, like, I know what you mean though. Like, both of them like are like the most prominent soda brands or like companies. But there's something about Coca-Cola that's it just has more. It's more iconic to me, I guess.
Talking about Pepsi, no shit. We're talking about PepsiCo.
We're talking about Pepsi. Yeah, we're talking about Pepsi. We're not gonna. We don't have to be so coy about it, I guess.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows that the two biggest like soda companies are Coca-Cola.
Yeah, everyone
knows. Production.
Yeah,
they're making movies now.
Yep. I mean, didn't they make like a Pepsi Man like game or something like that? Or...
I think they did. Yeah.
And they probably they don't have a Coca-Cola Man. So that's something that Pepsi has over them, I guess. But overall, in terms of the taste, in terms of purely the taste, we're not talking about like any other aspects of it. Like in terms of purely the taste of Coke, I would say that this is like this always hits really well for me. I would say this is a solid A tier soda.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm glad we both agree on that. I'd personally put it above Barks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we can agree on that. Okay, yeah. Coke is just like a classic. Like that's
It's a staple.
it's a staple.
It's a staple.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Diet Coke. Now, so yeah, we have a couple diet sodas on here, and diet soda is a little controversial. A little there's a little bit of a stigma against it in some cases. Some people really like it though. But
the only fucking reason I even can the only reason I can stand Diet Coke is because at our high school, it was the only goddamn thing they sold in the vending machine was diet soda.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I actually forgot about. I don't really think I ever got soda from the vending machines there, but I do remember there was only diet. Yeah.
There was only diet sodas, and it was a lot of Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, and I think something else. I can't remember what it was, but
it must have been like diet. Maybe like Dr. Pepper or Sprite or something.
I think it was Diet Dr. Pepper. I think it was Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, well, yeah, like I'm not the biggest fan of Diet Coke. I think it's pretty much always inferior.
I'm not the biggest fan of Diet anything.
Yeah,
they all just have that weird kind of aftertaste.
Here's my thought about diet stuff, right? Is like people are like, oh, diet because it's 0 calories, it's technically better for you. The way I see it is like if you're gonna drink soda, just drink regular soda. You're not kidding yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're not like either drink soda or don't. Like if you're trying to be healthy, don't drink any soda. You know what I mean? Like like diet. I just think it's just so weird when people. I mean, there's other reasons why people would drink diet soda. Like if they actually prefer the taste, then that's a fair assessment. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I disagree because I think that diet soda usually tastes pretty bad. So, or at least inferior to the regular kinds. But I think Diet Coke specifically, it's probably more tolerable to me. I'd probably put it in C. It's not that bad,
No, I would probably agree with C. It's another one of those things where if someone gave me one,
yeah,
I'd be like, "Cool, thanks," and I would drink it.
Yeah.
But if there was other options there, I'd probably be like, "Ooh, okay, maybe if there's nothing left later."
Yeah. I think it's a little bit better, but it's just I would just rather have a regular Coke. All right, so we'll put it in C. Next we have Coke Zero, which is different from Diet Coke.
I don't think I've ever had Coke Zero.
I've had Coke Zero. I actually don't remember why it's different or how it's different from regular Coke. I need to fact check myself on that really quick. Cuz I know that they are different in some way, obviously. I mean they're two different brands, two different names of it.
There's Coca-Cola Max or something like that.
Coca-Cola Max? I don't think we don't have that on here.
I thought that was the same as Coca-Cola Zero.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm looking at this. Okay, so. Okay, well, according to the source that I have here, there's different ingredients in each. Obvious, apparently there's a couple ingredients in Coke Zero that Diet Coke doesn't have. And obviously, I think they taste a little bit different. If you haven't had it, I guess I'm gonna have to kind of describe it.
So what I remember hearing is that Diet Coke has a fake sugar in it, or something like that. But then Pepsi Zero doesn't have any sugar in it. I think.
You mean Coke Zero
or something? Yeah, Coke Zero. I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that could be true. That's not what, or at least that's not what the source I'm reading says.
Oh, fine. No.
Well, I don't know. I mean, apparently Coke Zero has less caffeine. Okay, and it has an additional Coke Zero has an additional sweetener. I don't know. In terms of taste, though, I think they're kind of like they're different, but they're kind of like the same to me. Like I don't really prefer one over the other. You know what I mean? I think maybe
Yeah.
Coke Zero is like a little better, I guess, but like I really they're pretty swappable to me. Like I don't have that high of an opinion of either. You know, I think I'd probably rank Coke Zero like a little above Diet Coke though. So if you're cool with that, I think
All
that's
right.
where I'm gonna put it.
I've never had it, so it's all you, but
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Next we have Cherry Coke.
dude, cherry.
I love Cherry Coke, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I think I like it more than regular Coke. Ooh.
I like it about the same. It's
Okay.
just like cherry a little bit more, just because it's got that good after cherry taste. You know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know, I guess it's not like the thing about like Cherry Coke is always a staple of movie theaters for me. That's where like I will always get Cherry Coke. If I'm getting movie snacks, like I'll get a large popcorn and a Cherry Coke. That's like that's my go-to setup for a movie. And it's usually really freaking good in those settings, but you know, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, I like it. I like it more than regular Coke, but I guess I don't know if I'd put it in S tier. S tier. I mean,
I would say high A again,
yeah,
like higher than regular Coke, but still in A tier. You know?
yeah. I think I'd, yeah. I almost want to put it in S tier because I don't really like. I don't know what, like, I don't. There's nothing about it that I don't that like makes it lesser to me. But you know what? We'll put it in regular. We'll put it in A tier. We'll put it above regular Coke in A tier. Next we have Mexican Coke. Now this is one that you specifically requested that I put on, but I mean, like, I agreed to it. Like I did not oppose it.
So, only reason I say this is because there's the classic question, you know, like, oh, are you a Pepsi or a Coke fan? And I'm always like, I'm a Pepsi fan. I do like Pepsi slightly more than Coke.
Okay.
But if they wanted a like 100% legit answer, I like Pepsi over Coke, but I like Mexican Coke over Pepsi.
Okay. Okay. So I think so it sounds like this is an S tier for you, is it not?
This would be an S tier for me.
I think I'd probably agree with that. There is something about Mexican Coke that
Dude,
it
the real sugar and the satisfying glass bottle.
That's
when
what
it's
it
nice
is.
and chilled.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like obviously it does have real sugar, right?
Yeah.
But there is something about drinking it from the glass that just feels more like authentic and more like bougie. You know what I mean? And it only comes in glasses as far as I know. So you're kind of like,
I've never seen Mexican Coke in anything else other than a glass.
yeah, and you're kind of
I mean,
like
maybe in Mexico, but
well, I mean, sure, but like we're dirty Americans,
fuck.
so
yes.
no, I mean, yeah, I think I'd put it in S. I think this is a fair ranking for it, you know. Like, you know, you're kind of they gauge your experience with it. They, you know, that, or at least here, like, they're like, you got to drink it in the bottle if you want to get the experience, and I think that adds to the experience, and I do quite enjoy it. And I feel like a lot of people would probably agree. I do think that the real sugar aspect, like, that definitely, like, that makes the experience like that much better. So we'll put it there. All right. Next we have Crush Orange Soda. We're gonna do Crush and Fanta at the same time, I think.
Okay.
Or like
Good.
one or back to back.
There's something that I want to get off of my chest. It's about orange soda.
Oh shit. Okay. Go for it.
I love orange soda.
Mm-hmm.
I love orange soda so much, especially Fanta.
Uh huh.
But orange soda is mid as fuck.
Wait, what?
like I love it. Like, I love orange soda, and every now and then I'm like, damn, I want
You love it,
soda.
but it's mid.
But like compared to like everything else, like looking at like the big picture,
okay,
like I love it, but looking at like everything else, it's mid.
You know what?
You know,
I think I would kind of agree. It's not like it's something that I will drink, but like I don't think to drink it nearly as often as the other ones. You know what I mean? Like Like it's there, and I appreciate that it's there, but it's
Yes,
it's just
exactly.
not like I don't prefer it. I think
And
I know
every
what you're
and like
talking about. I think I
every
know what you mean.
and like every now and then, dude, I'll be like at like a restaurant and I'll be walk up to the soda machine and I'll be like look at what to get and I'll see that either that Fanta or that Crush and I'll be like, damn, that sounds fire right now, dude.
Yeah,
And I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna get some of that. But that's a very rare occurrence. So like when I'm having it or when I'm in the mood for it, it's like one of the best damn things on the planet.
sure. Yeah,
But when I'm not in the mood for it, it's pretty mid, you know, it's pretty there.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
And I think because of that, I think and that's the thing is like a lot of these like I don't really have that opinion about. Like I think you are kind of like sharing that. I think I'd probably put. I don't want to be too harsh on it. I think I think I agree with you though. I think Fanta is better than Crush. I think I'd put Fanta Orange in B below A&W Root Beer, and I'd put Crush probably like towards the bottom of C. But what do you
Agreed.
think?
I would agree with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially because Fanta's got a lot of bomb flavors too.
That's true. And we're only talking about orange specifically with Fanta,
But
but I do know what you mean. Like the Fanta, like there's other flavors that are pretty good.
dude, some of the flavors of Fanta that you can get from Japan are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, what do they have in Japan? I don't think I know
Yeah.
about that.
They got like pear and like melon,
Really?
and like
Okay.
watermelon and
Okay,
like
I'm immediately intrigued.
lychee.
Okay, interesting. Okay. I actually didn't know that. Sorry, I'm kind of ordering these a little bit so we can kind of
No, you're
have a little bit more of a natural progression. Okay. Yeah, there we go. We'll do that. Actually, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Next we have Dr. Pepper, classic Dr. Pepper.
classic Dr. Pepper.
Fun fact about Dr. Pepper. This used to be my favorite soda of all time.
This is still one of my favorite sodas.
Okay. Well, and I mean, yeah, I think I'd still call it one of my favorites, but I want to tell you why it's not my favorite. I have a little story about that.
Oh boy.
So, I used to drink Dr. Pepper a lot, like, specifically like the end of last year. Like, it was like my go-to like beverage anytime we would like go out to eat somewhere and they had soda. I would get a nice cold Dr. Pepper with my meal. Sometimes like I would order it, I would like get at the grocery store and like drink it and have some like with, like with my food that I would eat here sometimes and stuff like that. It was pretty freaking good. And then one day, I had a pack and I only had one left. And then Quentin, I think he took the last one, but he didn't know that like it was the last one. And I was like, oh man, I wanted that one, right? And so I was kind of like, I was a little bummed, but I was like, it's whatever. I'll just get more. And then Quentin one day, they were out there playing D&D. And he was like, hey, we're going to order. It was like almost midnight, I think. And they were ordering stuff from 7-Eleven because they were like all hungry. But they wanted like, but nothing was open. So they were like, we're just going to get like fucking like chips from 7-Eleven or whatever. And so I was like, oh, could you pick me up could you like get me a Dr. Pepper? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I didn't know this. So I went to my room, right? After they ordered it, and I just kind of lay down on my bed. And keep in mind, this was like midnight. I wasn't intending to go to bed, but I accidentally fell asleep. And I was like, I didn't even get ready for bed. I just like laid in my bed and I just passed out. I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, what the hell's going on? They were still all out there playing D&D. I could hear them. And I wake up and, I'm right there. I literally wake up right there where I'm pointing. And I look over at my desk here and there's just a big 2-liter of Dr. Pepper. And I was like, okay, I just wanted a little one, but okay, I guess Quentin got me a big one. So I went and I grabbed it. And then I go to the bathroom to like wash my face. And there's a Dr. Pepper in the bathroom, another 2-liter of Dr. Pepper in the bathroom.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what the hell is going on? I walk out of my room and there's another 2-liter of Dr. Pepper next to my door.
What the fuck?
And then I walk out and I'm like, where did all this come from? And then they're all laughing, like Quentin's laughing, and he's just like, whatever you do, don't check in your bathtub. And I go to my bathtub and there's another fucking 2-liter of Dr. Pepper there. And I think there was one, I found one under my bed too. So Quentin, as like a little bit of a prank, he bought me like 5 2-liters of Dr. Pepper. I think to like make up for the one that he drank, but just overall just to kind of like just as like a joke for me. And so all of a sudden I had like 5 2-liters of Dr. Pepper to drink, and I was like, holy shit. And then I did, and then I drank Dr. Pepper pretty much every night for like the next like 2 or 3 weeks. And that made me sick of Dr. Pepper. And that is why it is no longer my absolute favorite soda. So that being said, I still like it. It's still like, I still think it's pretty good. I will have it every now and then. I don't have it nearly as much anymore. I'd say it's probably A. It's probably a solid A. I think probably below regular Coke. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
Okay.
Honestly, like I love Dr. Pepper, and every now and then I really want some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
But like it's not like, I don't think it's higher than Cherry Coke. Although, funny little thing, in case you're ever wondering, I learned this, and it's a cool little life hack. If you're ever craving cherry Pepsi for some reason,
Yeah.
and you go to a place but they only have like Pepsi and Dr. Pepper or something like that, if you do like fill the cup like 4/5 of the way up with Pepsi and then do that last fifth with Dr. Pepper, it tastes like cherry Pepsi because there's cherry flavoring in Dr. Pepper.
Oh, really? Okay. That is a life hack. Okay.
And I've tried it and it actually works.
That's interesting.
Like it actually makes it cherry Pepsi.
That is very interesting. Okay. I like that. I'll have to try that. That's a neat little trick. I might even try that if they do have cherry Pepsi just to see like if you're right about that.
I compare the two.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Pepper is a Pepsi product, right? Or is it a Coke product? Because honestly, I see them, or is it their own thing? Like Dr. Pepper is like their own. Like, because here's the thing: is like I see Dr. Pepper, because you know, like when you go to like a fast food place and they have like a selection of sodas, and they usually only have like Coke products or Pepsi products. I'll see Dr. Pepper mixed in with both. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like confused. Like, what? Like, is it like what? Is it like sleeping around? Is it a polyamorous relationship? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on there? You know, like I'm just a little confused about that, but you know, maybe it's none of my business. I don't know. But regardless, are we good to move on to the next?
Dr. Pepper is its own independent company.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay.
However, that hasn't stopped people from speculating about the nature of the relationship between the two iconic American brands.
Okay, yeah, all right. That makes sense now. I get it now. Okay. Moving on, we have Diet Dr. Pepper. This one, just like my opinion of Coke, I think it's worse than regular Dr. Pepper. I think it's probably like I want to put it in. I think it belongs in C tier, but part of me wants to put it in B, just because B feels a little bit empty right now. But I don't know if it's that good. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'd say it's a C.
Okay, I think I'm gonna put it above Coke Zero though. I think I prefer it to these. Like, I think it's like right there. You know, I don't know. But if you're opposed to that, we can. You know, I don't know. All right. Next we have Pib. We have Pib Extra. This is one that I didn't initially think of, but then you actually were the one that like suggested that I add it to the list. What are your thoughts on it?
I actually really like Mr. Pibb. I've always liked Pibb and Dr. Pepper about the same. I always thought Dr. Pepper rode more of the cherry flavoring side of it, but Mr. Pibb rode more on like the spices side of it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I could see that.
And so I like them both for their own reasons.
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, for me, Pibb would be, like, an A tier, but below Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty similar, I think. Yeah. No, I think I'd probably put it... I do agree. Like, I don't like it as much as Dr. Pepper. Like, I do see, like, certain similarities between them. And I will happily drink Pibb if it's available, usually.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning more towards B. Like, I think I'd probably put it, like, here. But let's see if we can like meet in the middle here. Like maybe we could put it here.
No, let's put it
here.
Yeah. let's put it high B.
High B, like
in front of A&W.
above A&W. Okay, I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, next we have reached the Pepsi products. Good old classic Pepsi. So, Brennan, I mean, you're kind of the Pepsi man. You know,
It's A tier for me. It's high. It's
really
like high A.
okay.
Yeah, but like as I said, like I was talking about earlier, Pepsi and regular
That's right.
Coke
That's right. Okay.
are like tied for me. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if I had a choice between the two, just because I really like the taste of Pepsi,
yeah.
I would choose Pepsi. But I would honestly go with either one. Like every place I go to, I'm like, they're like, would you like a drink? I'm like, oh, Coke. You guys have Coke or Pepsi? And they're like, oh, we have Coke products or Pepsi products. And I'm either like, okay, if it's Coke, I want a Coke. If it's Pepsi, I want a Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm pretty similar. Like that's the thing is like people have always like said like, oh, Coke versus Pepsi. I like them both. I mean, I do like Coke more, but it's not that much. Like I don't hate Pepsi because some people like are like, oh, I love Coke, but I hate Pepsi. I don't hate Pepsi. I like both.
I like them both.
And I think Pepsi is definitely still up there. I think I'd probably put it. The end of A, like maybe even like above Barks. No, probably.
I would be okay with above Barks.
Okay. We'll do
Because like
that.
I would say, because like for me, I would say middle A. You know.
Yeah, like would you put it above Dr. Pepper personally?
I would put it like right behind Coke. That's where I would put it.
Okay. We'll put it here for now.
I'm chill putting it there.
It's still definitely, like it's an A tier. Like I would agree with that. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely an A tier.
All right. Next we have Diet Pepsi. I don't really know what Diet Pepsi is like. I don't think I've had it at least for a long time. So.
I don't really like Diet Pepsi.
Okay. I mean I figured it probably was bad, but.
If I was to have a choice between Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, it would be Diet Coke.
Okay. Should we? I mean, like we D tier is looking kind of empty right now. I think.
As much as I love Pepsi. Like I said, I love Pepsi, but Diet does not slap. I would totally be okay if we put Diet Pepsi and D tier.
I think we need. I think D tier is
D for Diet.
D for Diet. Yeah, that's appropriate. I wonder like. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. Next we have Cherry Pepsi. This is a little offshoot of regular Pepsi. I think I like Cherry Pepsi. I do.
I love Cherry Pepsi.
I quite enjoy it actually. I don't think I like it more than regular Pepsi, but I will drink it. I will happily drink it. I think I'd probably put it in B personally.
I would say either low A or high B.
Okay, so. we'll put it at the top of B, so we can kind of even things out a little bit. But still, definitely very good. A good soda. I do enjoy it. Next, we have Mug Root Beer.
Root beer.
So I think Mug. I think A&W was my favorite root beer for a while. I think realistically, Mug is probably my favorite now. Out of these.
Really?
Yeah, but I know you said Barks is your favorite, so I'm sure you don't want to rank it higher than Barks.
But they're kind of the same for me. I just like the aftertaste and the bite of the Barks. And so flavor-wise, they're honestly about the same.
Yeah.
For me. Like my satisfaction,
I still don't think I'd put it in S tier, but I'd probably put it above where Pepsi is right now.
I would put it probably below Pepsi.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that because we that's I put Pepsi below Dr. Pepper, so we'll compromise. We'll put it where you
I like how all of these have white backgrounds except for the Coca-Cola and the.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that kind of bothers me, but you know what? Whatever. All right. Next, we have Classic Mountain Dew. So.
Classic Mountain Dew.
I'm just gonna rip the bandage right off. I think Mountain Dew is gross. I think Mountain Dew.
I don't like regular Mountain Dew.
I really don't. And I think that people that do like regular Mountain Dew have like issues that need to be resolved. I've never really liked regular Mountain Dew.
Now, don't get me wrong. Unlike a hot summer day at a picnic, if there's like an ice cold can of canned Mountain Dew,
I mean,
that is delicious.
yeah,
But there's all these fucking options
yeah.
of Mountain Dew out there that I'm not gonna pick the regular Mountain Dew.
I'm not
over.
going to pick regular Mountain Dew. And that's the thing is, like, on a hot summer's day, if you're, like, dying of thirst, any of these are probably going to be good. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
True.
like any cold can or bottle of these is going to be good. I just think Mountain Dew is, like, it's like it's like the most like it's like it's like the kid at the back of the class that keeps, or like the front of the class that keeps yelling to like be funny, or like trying to be funny, but he's just being really cringe. That's how I would describe Mountain Dew. In terms of like sodas, you know what I mean? Like it irks me. I would say F. I would put regular Mountain Dew in F. I want to put something in F, and I think Mountain Dew is realistically the only thing that I would put in F here.
Okay. Calm down there, bud.
I'm sorry. Okay, I went off a little bit. My bad.
Yes, I agree. It is not the best, and there's way better options, but I don't know if it needs to go right in
Okay,
F.
but we have an F tier, and nothing is in it. And you tell me what you think. What else would go in it, or you think nothing would go in it?
I know one soda that would go in an F, but we didn't
Really?
put on this list.
Interesting. Okay, so you would not put. Okay, well, if we're not going to put it in F, I want to put it in low D, like the lowest.
I will agree to low D. Fine.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I got. Oh, okay. Sorry. I got a little carried away there. I got
fucking.
I gotta like.
Antonio's gonna be the fucking leader of the anti Mountain Dew movement. Dude.
I want to boycott Mountain Dew, dude. Like well, regular Mountain
Just
Dew.
the original.
Regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
because now we're getting to Mountain Dew Baja Blast, which is not a soda that I think is very common. Like I don't think it's like
it's most likely gonna become a permanent flavor at the end of this year.
Really? Okay, that's actually
Yeah.
I mean like I didn't.
Due to its
Was there a
popularity.
vote on it? Was there did Congress vote on that or something?
Yeah, no, just because. So of course Baja Blast always does well and sells just because even when it's only at Taco Bell, like that's like Taco Bell's number one
Yes.
selling soda.
Yes.
But also they release it in cans and bottles.
Yeah, no, I know. I've seen it in stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But apparently it's selling really well this year, and so
Okay.
there's a good chance that they might discontinue one of their popular, like not popular, discontinue one of their more non-popular flavors
Yeah.
and make Baja a permanent flavor.
Okay. I you know what? I am for that because I think Mountain Dew Baja Blast is an S tier.
I would agree with that.
I love it. I think it's below Mexican Coke, but it's very I enjoy it quite a lot. And I think a lot of the reason why I do is because of how much I've had it at Taco Bell. Because like it's like a staple to me. Like anytime I go to Taco Bell, I get Baja Blast. You know what I mean? I don't even consider any of the other sodas. You know what I mean?
The only other soda that I would put in S tier that's not on this list is a form of Mountain Dew, and it's the Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Okay, I don't think I've had that.
That was my favorite.
What flavor? What flavor is that?
Here I have a can right here. Look at
what? No way.
Yeah, see.
I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen. Is that like new? Is that recent? Is that like a?
No, this is an old. So this is like from like the beginning of this year.
Okay.
I've kept the can because they don't make them anymore again.
Interesting.
It's Dark Citrus Punch.
Dark Citrus Punch. Okay.
Yes. So explanation for anyone. Pitch Black came out. I can't remember when exactly, but I know that it was pretty popular our freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And it was super popular for a while. And then they did this whole, and then they randomly discontinued it. But then people were like, no, we want it back. So they brought it back. And then they had it for a while. And then they did this whole, like, which one will become a permanent flavor, Pitch Black or Baja Blast? And this was when Baja Blast used to be a permanent flavor before it became a Taco Bell exclusive.
Oh. Okay.
And Baja Blast won. So they made Baja Blast a permanent, discontinued Pitch Black, and then like about a year or two later, they made Pitch Black 2. It was
Okay.
literally called Pitch Black 2. Like it was Pitch Black and then 2 lines. And it was not as good. It was like not the same recipe. Something was different about it, and so it was not received very well. So they discontinued it not much longer after.
Okay.
And then finally earlier this year or late last year, they announced that to start 2023 they'd bring back Pitch Black. So they brought it back and it was sold everywhere. My work was selling it like crazy. I bought some of it when I could, but they've already discontinued it again.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
soda history there for
yeah,
you.
a little soda history lesson. Thank you for that. But overall, would you say that that's like, is that your favorite? Like, would you put that above
Yes,
Baja Blast? Okay.
Pitch Black is my favorite Mountain Dew.
The original recipe, like the.
Yeah, not Pitch Black 2. Like
Okay.
this one, the one that they re-released.
I see. Okay, interesting. I actually did not. I did not know about all that. I didn't. I haven't been caught up in the Mountain Dew sphere recently. So
Mountain Dew lore.
yeah, Mountain Dew lore. Yeah. So I didn't know that, but that's interesting. I want to. I mean, like, I want to try it at some point because if you think it's better than Baja Blast, I would be interested to try it. But yeah, there's something about.
In my personal opinion, it is better than Baja, but
Okay. But I do like, I love Baja. Like, I don't know, something about getting it with Taco Bell is so good. Like it's like on another level.
Absolutely.
Something about that. Like I'm just like thinking about getting like a nice, like, cheesy burrito with like beans and meat and then drinking a Baja Blast with that, and that just sounds so freaking good.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just like, I mean, that's, I mean, obviously, maybe I'm a little jaded because of those experiences, but like, I think overall, like, I would still drink Baja Blast like regularly anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, yeah. So that's where that would go. Next we have Sprite. Good old classic Sprite.
Sprite is my favorite of the 4 lemon lime sodas.
Mine too. Okay. I'm glad. I mean, yeah. I thought you were going to say favorite soda of all time, but no, I mean, yeah, I don't think I would go that far, but I would, well, actually, I think Sprite might be my favorite. Like,
dude, I'll never forget every fucking episode that we filmed of Cooking with Brennen season 1. You always had either cans of Sprite or a Sprite 2 liter in your fridge.
I did, huh? That's probably true. I feel like I do. I feel like you're right about that. That's funny. Okay. Yeah. And my family really likes Sprite. My grandma specifically really, really likes Sprite. So like, she'll ask us to like get that when we go shopping a lot. And so we'll like constantly have like cans of Sprite available.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah. And I just overall like Sprite, it's such a comfort. It's a comforting, like, beverage for me for whatever reason. Like, it's good, and like I think it's really good. It tastes really good. It's sweet, you know what I mean? Like, but it's also like, for whatever reason, it just makes me feel like tranquil. It makes me feel like a sense of tranquility. I don't know why. I don't know if that makes sense.
Feel at home.
Yeah, it makes me feel at home. It makes me feel like everything's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I think I'd probably put this in S personally, but maybe like the bottom of S. But
yeah.
But see, like, it is my favorite. You know what I mean? But I think in terms of like taste, like, and like overall, like, it's probably more like A tier.
Yeah, actually, I'd say A tier.
Okay, but I'm tempted to put it. I want to put it towards the top of A tier, but
I do too.
Okay, so where exactly would you put it given our lineup here?
When I drink it over Dr. Pepper, probably.
I would drink it over Dr. Pepper, definitely. Yeah.
Coke, probably cherry Coke.
At this point,
though.
at least, yeah.
I would either say behind cherry Coke or behind Coke.
I'm gonna put it behind cherry Coke. We're gonna break up the Cokes a little bit. I know it's separation of church and state. No. Okay.
Okay.
Next we have Sprite.
I got some things I want to say about this.
A little callback to Brennan's little intro where he said LeBron James. I think that was the connection there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
You want Sprite cranberry?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say here is going to explain my answer because the picture that you have chosen is the original Sprite cranberry, not the newest one, which is winter spiced cranberry.
Winter spice. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
give a shit what anyone says.
Uh huh.
They taste different.
Okay.
And the
Yeah.
original Sprite cranberry with the good old fucking LeBron James being like, "You want a Sprite cranberry?"
Yeah.
That is a S tier fucking soda.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Really?
Dude, I every year winter spiced cranberry Sprite is still amazing, and I still buy the shit out of that stuff every Christmas and drink the shit out of it. So winter spiced is like an A tier to me, but to me the original cranberry Sprite is one of the
Okay.
best damn things on in the planet.
Okay.
I
Brennan,
miss it
I
every year.
Brennan, I hate to do this, but
You don't like it, do you?
I think this is going to be our first like vastly different opinion
You
because
don't like Sprite
I think
cranberry?
Sprite Cranberry is mid as fuck. I think that it's all hype
Bruh.
because of the LeBron
Bruh.
James commercial and like that it's
Bruh.
seasonal and all that.
Bruh.
I think that it's mid and I wish it was better. Trust me, I wish it was better, but it's just not. It's just not that great. I think and here's one thing. Do you remember and I will say this, I've never had the winter spice. I have no frame of reference for that. I know, Brennan, I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay. But you remember that video that me, Donovan, and Dean did? I did a scrapped episode on my main channel about it, where we made like a Sprite cranberry review. I don't know if you remember that. Like it was something that we filmed like back in like 2017, and I didn't actually upload the footage until like 2020. But basically, we bought a bunch of Sprite cranberry, and we were gonna do like a little funny skit review of it. And we also bought this like Miss Twist, like
I
that.
remember. I remember this twist.
Yeah, like it's another brand of soda. They had a cranberry version of that, right? So we were like, oh,
That was Miss Twist was Sierra Mist for a while. It's
okay,
the
I didn't
same
know
thing.
that. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
But all I know is like, that's another brand. I don't really see it anymore, but that was a brand that they had, and they had a cranberry version of that. So we got the Sprite cranberry and we got the cranberry Miss Twist, and we got both of them, and then we like did a little skit, and it was like it was stupid. We didn't end up doing anything with it for a long time. I remember that all three of us, me, Donovan, and Dean, all agreed that the Miss Twist cranberry was better than the Sprite cranberry. And the Sprite cranberry was just okay. It was literally just okay. And that was the last time that I think I had Sprite cranberry, because I never really felt like getting it again after that. And so we're at a crossroads here. It was bound to happen eventually. Okay, we've had like a fairly like smooth ride with this tier list, and now we've gotten to the point of contention. So how are we going to get past this dilemma? So
I
okay.
want to recount. No.
So where would you put Sprite Cranberry if this was just your list? Like given the list that we've already have, like where would you put it?
Above Baja Blast, but below Mexico.
Okay. I think I would probably put it below ginger
You're gonna
ale.
say fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My heart.
I know, Brennan. I know. This is
Boy,
the tough.
you better not like any of these other sodas, or I'm gonna fucking diss the shit out.
I would put given where you would put that and where I would put it, I think the middle ground would be top of B tier. Or
Alright,
or like end of A tier. But if we put it at the end of A tier, I kind of want to move something down, just so we can even it out a little bit.
Let's do B tier.
Top of B tier. Okay, reluctantly top of B tier, Brendan. Okay.
Reluctantly, kiss my ass.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They need to make it better. I think Sprite Cranberry has a lot of potential. I think that it's not realizing its full potential.
Maybe try Winter Spice. Maybe you'll like Winter Spice.
Maybe I will, but that's not the same thing as you have said. So,
Yes.
and we don't have that on here, so okay. But you know what? We only have 3 left. So let's just try to get through it without getting at each other's throats too much here.
Okay,
Next we have.
I'll tell you right now, two of these sodas that are left are both absolutely fucking mid sodas to me.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Next we have Sierra Mist. Is this one of those mid sodas? Okay, I would agree. I would totally agree with that. Actually, yeah.
It is my least favorite. Of
100%. 100%
of the lemon limes.
The worst of them. Yes, I would totally agree.
Not close to Sprite, but like not even that close to 7-Up either.
No, that's the thing. Is it's its own thing and it's just bad. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I would put it at probably top of D tier personally. Like, I don't know if that's too harsh. I don't know if that's harsher than you were thinking.
Like it.
I would sooner drink a lot of these rather than Sierra Mist. But it's not even a thing anymore, right? It's not even like...
I think I would... No, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, I'd rather drink Mountain Dew over Sierra Mist.
You know what? When I'm at my lowest, I would also drink a Mountain Dew over it.
Honestly, I would probably put it below Mountain Dew. So I'd say, like, low D tier.
Okay, we're gonna put it above Mountain Dew because fuck Mountain Dew. Okay, but we're gonna... Okay. It's still D tier. Okay. It's middle D tier. Okay, next we have Squirt. This is a little bit of a different one. This is a grapefruit centric.
I love Squirt.
I also like Squirt. Okay, I was really worried that you were gonna say this was one of the other mid ones, and I was like, okay,
no,
okay, yeah,
the other mid one we'll get to in a second.
Well, it's no surprise what it is now, but yeah. So yeah, no, Squirt. I used to drink this a lot when I worked at Albertsons. I would get this with like my lunch, and it hit different, you know.
It did hit different, and I know it's not on here, but like Squirt only has 2 kinds of sodas. There's Squirt and there's Ruby Red Squirt.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna count them in the same kind of thing because, dude, Ruby Red fucking Squirt. Oh my god, it is one of the best fucking things ever. Me and my mom will get that shit whenever we can, dude.
It's pretty so good. I think I like them equally. Yeah, like I could go for either.
I like them. You know? I like them equally too, but I like the kind of the more like tang from the Ruby Red. I think.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, that's true. Like. Well, and like Squirt, the thing that I like about Squirt in general is that it has such like a kick to it. Like, it's sweet, but there's like a very like prominent like buzz that you get when you take a sip of it, and I really enjoy that factor.
You take a sip and you get high. No.
Yeah, might as well. I'd probably put it in A. I like it quite a bit.
I would totally put it in A. We just gotta figure out where in A.
We gotta figure out where in A, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff in A right now. I'd probably put it below Mug, I think, or below Pepsi. One of those places.
I would agree with below Pepsi.
Okay, we'll put it below Pepsi. Even though I still stand by the fact that I think root beer is still one of my favorite sodas, you know, we'll rank it above root beer. Okay, next we have Starry. Now so this is the last one, and I have only had this, I believe, once, and I don't really remember what it tasted like, if I'm being completely honest. And maybe that's indicative of the taste, because apparently this is the other one that you think is mid, and maybe I thought it was mid too, and it just didn't stick out in my head, you know?
It's absolutely fucking mid. It's literally just like... It's so stupid. Like it's so fucking stupid.
It's a stupid soda. It's an unintelligent soda.
Literally, all it is Coke. Yeah, because Sprite is Pepsi, right?
No, Sprite is a Coke product. Coke? Sierra Mist was a Pepsi product.
Okay. Well then, fucking all Starry is fucking Pepsi's second attempt, because there was Twist Mist in the past, which was supposed to be a revamped version of Sierra Mist, but people complained, so they brought back Sierra Mist.
Right. Okay.
It's just Pepsi's fucking second attempt at trying to fight Coke with their fucking award-winning Sprite.
Yeah.
And so they discontinued it, renamed it Starry, changed the formula a little bit, and at most all they did was fuck themselves, because Pepsi actually, when they changed it to Starry, Sierra Mist was the only soda that a certain group of people could drink, because they didn't use an ingredient in it that's like super common in most sodas. I can't remember what the ingredient is called.
Oh,
But there's
okay.
people who are allergic to it. And so people would drink Sierra Mist because it didn't have that ingredient in it. But Starry now has that ingredient in it.
Okay. I didn't know that, but that's a huge L. That's a huge
I
L.
saw so many videos of these like poor people going to stores and like just like buying 2 liters and 2 liters in every can and every bottle of Sierra Mist they could find when they heard that Starry was taking over, because they're like, well, fuck, I'm not going to be able to drink almost any soda after this because I'm allergic to all these other fucking sodas.
Damn. That's a village. That's
So
a villain origin story. No.
At most, I will agree. It is a little bit better than Sierra Mist. It has a little bit stronger lime flavor,
Okay.
but it's not that much different.
Honestly, yeah. Like I said, like I've only had Starry once, and I have never felt intrigued to have it again. So I think like that says it right there. Like it's You think it's like slightly better than Sierra Mist?
I think it is slightly better. I'd probably say high D tier. That's where I would.
Okay. Would you put it above Diet Pepsi?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Like I would even though it's still pretty mid, I do think that the flavor has improved enough that I would drink it over Diet Pepsi.
I mean, and it's still, but that's still not. D is still not passing grade. So
no,
So yeah. So like,
it's just like it's no point. And if I want a lemon lime soda, I'm going to drink Sprite,
I'm
or at
going
least
to drink
fucking
Sprite.
7-Up,
or maybe 7-Up if I'm feeling really horny.
Yes,
but yeah. Okay. Well, that concludes the soda tier list. So overall, this went fairly smoothly, I'd say. We had a few bumps in the road, and by a few I mean one very big bump in the road.
One.
But overall, pretty sound opinions between the both of us.
Smoothly.
So
Yes.
yeah, so there we go. And I think that's going to conclude the soda tier list. We don't have to make any changes to it. And this is good. This is the soda tier list. So cool. So I'm glad we had this discussion. I'm glad that we had this little discussion today. All right, so that is going to conclude this little video. Brennen, thank you for being here with your little flashlight in your mouth that will make smoke come out of your mouth in a minute here, I'm sure, as flashlights tend to do. He proved me wrong. This was fun. So Brennen, would you please impart some words of wisdom to us, to the viewers at home? Soda.
So, you want a Sprite cranberry?
All right, there we go. Okay, yeah. Yep. Leave in the comments if you would like a Sprite cranberry, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Bye-bye.
Ah.
Soda. What?